Hello, so today we're going to be talking about using the bebop scale over the 2-5-1 progression. And I essentially wanted to talk about three different things, three different approaches to doing that. On my blog in the post, I address some basic 101 information about the bebop scale, how it's constructed, what it is, how we can use it, and I wanted to demonstrate three things that we can do over a 2-5-1 progression. The first of which is just basically using the scale, playing it linearly over the 2-5 progression. The second is using arpeggios, so basically starting a line with an arpeggio and then finishing it with a scalar line. And then the third is, the third thing I want to talk about is beginning a line with an enclosure of a chord tone. These are all great bebop sounds that you can incorporate into your playing to get a really authentic bebop sound in your playing. So there's an accompanying PDF to this video in the blog, and you can download these musical examples. So the first thing I'll do is just play the bebop scale starting on its chord tones over the 2-5 progression. So that was just using the bebop scale linearly over the 2-5 progression. The first one is just beginning from the root of the G dominant bebop scale, descending to the root and then ascending back up to the root. And it fits well over that 2-5 progression. And then you can start from the third, so you can play from the B descending down to the B. And that will sound very consonant over that progression. You can start from the fifth. You can start from the seventh. And then you'll notice I enclosed the third there, so I kind of break up that line there, so when I'm ascending, just so I'm not landing on that 4 over the C major chord at the end. So the second thing I will demonstrate is beginning your line with an arpeggio and then continuing with a scale passage. So that was using 3 arpeggios to start, or 4 arpeggios to start 4 different lines over the 2-5 progression. And after I ascended through the arpeggio, I descended scale-wise through the bebop scale. So I started on the 3rd of the bebop scale and went up to the 9th and then came back down through the scale and enclosed the 3rd. And then I did that same thing starting on the 5th. And so you'll notice I skipped the passing tone there when I'm coming back down. So I skipped that passing tone so that I can land on the 3 on the downbeat of that chord change. So I started from the 3rd, 5th, 7th, and then I started from the 9th. So there are those. The third thing I wanted to talk about is using enclosures, beginning a line by enclosing a chord tone of the bebop scale, and then finishing your line with a scale passage, for example. You can also incorporate arpeggios into those. So the two enclosures that I discuss in the PDF are enclosing the 5, so enclosing the D, and doing that with 2 notes from below and 2 notes from above. So this is an enclosure that you'd start on a downbeat so that you can land on your target note on a downbeat. So 3, 4, 1. And then once you get to there, you can, I guess we're so high on the guitar that we should probably go back down, although we could go up, but we can just descend in a scalar manner. Okay, and then the second one, so that's the first one, enclosing the 5, and then we can also enclose the root, among other things. So with 2 notes from below and 2 notes from above. So those are the lines that I'll play. I'll play those one more time. So that's all I've got for now with bebop scales. Hopefully this gives you some great ideas to work with in the practice room to further enhance your playing and put some great bebop sounds into your lines. So more to come on the Jazz Tips blog, and I'll see you around.